And consequently, the world is filled with violence, bloodshed, or disorder. Good people are dying. There are children who are starving. Our world is in trouble. And people are calling out to God for protection. People are calling out to God to help our nation, and never realizing for one moment that the divine presence in the universe not listening. Why? Because you have your own concepts of whatever you think is true, whatever you believe to be true, but you have never confronted the real truth.
Truth seekers! What's going on? It is Hump Day is what we want to call it today. But I think we're just going to call it another Truth Day. Now, we're going to be going into what if you believe, or what if everything you believe was given to you as a tool of control. So tonight, some of the thoughts that I'm going to be saying are some of the things that are thoughts of my own, how I interpret some of this stuff, but also some truth in it as well. And we're going to get into it really quickly. So since the beginning of civilization, we've been told that religion is about faith, morality, salvation. We've been taught that the belief systems bring people together, give life meaning, and connect us to something greater. But what if that was the first lie? You heard me, yeah? What if religion was never about enlightenment, but about control? What if it was designed to keep people divided, obedient, and easy to manipulate? What if the same people gave us these religions are the ones who still rule from the shadows? And here's the most terrifying part. This isn't just about religion. This is the blueprint that's used everywhere. We're talking politics, media, science, and beyond. And when I first went down this route, I was like, wait a minute. Is religion actually a control system? And then I started thinking, what else have they lied about? As always. And of course, how deep does this go? Because being a Christian and then saying I'm a curious Christian, then I knew I had to go deeper. But now I need to know this to understand it. And so I say to you, I want to welcome you here tonight as we get into our show, do some things, and I'll give a shout out to the audience here in just a little bit as we get down into the story of everything else. But, let's just hop down into it. But what if, we've been told that religious divisions is a natural thing, right? That different faiths, they arise, or actually they separately. A lot of them disagree on beliefs, and they say that's just part of human nature. But look closer, it's the same blueprint, because every religion follows the same structure. In fact, in a few minutes, we're going to create our own religion under 1 minute. It's for entertainment purposes only. But first, let me give you the structure, and then we're going to create one together real quickly. And again, entertainment purposes only. So to put a religion together, you have to have a supreme deity at the top of this thing, whether you want to call it Yahweh or Allah or Krishna. This has to be important. It's about 4 steps here. The other part, you're going to need a hierarchical system of holy men who dictate what is true and what is false. Today, they call them popes, priests, imams, rabbis. And none of this works without a set of rules that keep the followers in line through fear. So we're going to construct these things of sin, karma, divine punishment. All of this is part of the deal. And then to put it all together, you're going to need a campfire, which we will call maybe sacred buildings that reinforces this obedience. Churches, mosques, or temples, anything you can think of, one of those deals. But here's the deal. Let's create our own religion. I'm going to make something up for a minute. We're going to call it the Mac Burger, religion. I had another idea, but it was just too strong, and I knew that we have sometimes children watching this show, which I do not tell you to do that. But we're going to create our own Mac Burger religion. So the first thing we need is the God. That's going to be the Big Mac, the Mac burger. All right. And the Mac burger is going to be the God. And so we need to probably, let's say we need a system. Okay. We need some people that claim that the Mac burger is the sugar honey iced tea. So we'll get some Mac popes, right? Some Mac priest that says the Big Mac with the double meat and cheese and all of that. Because I would have went KFC with those 26 spices, because I would have been one of the holy man for KFC back in the day. All right. And we can do that. But what's the rule? McDonald's, don't go to Burger King, eat all our fries and get big. And if you don't, and you get healthy, all of that. I don't know. Maybe that's just something. Somebody that said a Mac chicken, then you're going to have a McDonald's. But I'm only saying that as entertainment purposes. It might not have been just as good. I could have used a better analogy, but I'm just saying this is how simple it gets. But when you got a lot of people behind it, billions, you can control a lot of people with the right system. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take you on this rabbit hole tonight. And we're getting ready to jump right into it. So let's fire this thing up. This is not an accident. This is a design. Create a religion, then split them into factions. Make people fight, make them fear each other, and then divide them so that they never realize the truth. That's the game plan. Simple as that. But the other part about this, if religion is truly divine, then belief should unite us, correct? Am I correct? It should bring us together. It should bring things in perspective. But if it was created to control, as I think, who's really behind it? Because always it's something or someone pulling those strings. If it's ignored, we remain trapped in the illusion of division while the real rulers remain hidden. Now, I say this because it was really important that my guy, Jordan Maxwell, talks about it. And so I'm going to play a couple of clips as we go down this rabbit hole.
The more you begin to see, we've been lied to. We've been lied to by every institution. What makes you think for 1 minute that the religious institution is the only one that's never been touched? You can bet your bottom dollar that the religious institutions of this world are at the bottom of the dirt.
So this goes far back beyond religion. This is the ultimate system of control. Now, the same structure is used in everyday or all the major institutions that rule our lives. You got the government, and they have leaders at the top. They got puppet politicians. They got priests. They got citizens divided by party labels. You got science and academia, experts at the top, institutions controlling the flow of knowledge, dissenters labeled as heretics, right? You got media and entertainment, Hollywood. We talked about that. News networks and high priests dictating what you see, think, and feel. And we can't leave out the financial system. Money is God. Bankers and hedge fund managers and priests. You are the worshipers in an economic temple of debt and control. And so this is the religion of a global cult. Now, let me back up about the money, because I know people are going to say, Roderick, money, money, money. I'm going to tell you right now, and you're hearing it right out of my mouth, money ain't everything, okay? It is not everything. Some of you agree. I'm sure you do. However, I rate it right up there with oxygen. A good cult, okay? Anyway, here's the ultimate twist, though. These people don't believe in gods. They force you to worship. But they have their own religion, and it's not what you think. Jordan Maxwell talks about that. He talks about that and I've said it before, how we focus this way, and then they're praying this way. In fact, I think I have a couple of clips that he talks about that we got to be prepared for what is going on when it comes down to this. And let me see if this clips work for us. How about this?
The real truth is that the people who are in power, who put this system together, have been in power for thousands of years. This has been going on from day one. I have the highest of respect for the Bible. Anyone who knows me knows I read it and study it all the time. But I'm also well aware that there are encoded messages. The rabbis will tell you that in the Old Testament is filled with encoded messages. And I believe that Christianity is probably the most powerful encoded message the world's ever had. It's one of the oldest messages in the world, and I believe that the Christian teachings in the original scriptural understanding is the most important, volatile story the world's ever known. And it's sitting right in front of you, and most people don't even see it.
Now, we're not going to get into everything that he said, but I will say this. If it's true, then every system that you trusted out there is built on a lie. If this is true, then we're talking about religion, politics, media, science, all part of the same network. If this is true, then the real power lies within those who created the system in the first place. And we're going to touch on that tonight. We're going to go deep into that. And therefore, that they never wanted you to think for yourself. We can figure that out. They needed you to follow, to obey, and to never question. And I can remember my own mother telling me the word is the word, son. Don't question this. And I had questions as a young kid about the Bible. Some things, you know, your kid's going to have the most intellect of honesty at a young age until we beat it out of them. But she said, the word is the word. And it's just absolute. And I was like, but it's written in a book. Who wrote it? And I get it. I get it. I totally understand it. Religion, politics, and ideology were never meant to liberate us. They were designed to enslave you. So you were born into a system that was already in place, already perfected, already prepared to trap your mind before you even had a chance to escape. All of us. But here's the most terrifying part. The prison isn't just physical, it's psychological. I've said it 100 times. Your eyes are useless when your mind is blind. And that's 101 now. And I'll keep pushing the narrative as we go forward. But they have engineered a mind cage so freaking powerful that you don't even know you're in it. But here's where it gets even darker. This isn't just about programming your mind. It's about limiting your very perception of reality itself. Because once you have realized you've been in a trap, the next question is, how deep does the rabbit hole go? And this is where I'm at today. Yeah, I realize I'm in the trap. Absolutely. I'm not going to ignore it, because if we ignore it, we continue living as slaves inside a system that we don't even see. If it's revealed is what we're going to do, we begin to understand that our entire world has been built on a few lies. But here's the kicker. We're going to talk about this as I go further, and we're going to expose some other levels of this control. But first, let's get into a little bit about religious blueprint, or I should say, and how the system is actually engineered. And we're going to start with what most people call faith. Faith was a weapon and was weaponized to divide people instead of unite them. I was looking at a video on social media earlier today, the greatness, and he's gone now, Kevin Samuels. And he was talking to a young lady about life in business or income or whatever it was. But he kept going down to, she kept saying everything is built on faith. And he said, okay. He says, where can you use faith or cash in on that in the banking system that we have today? And she said, you just got to have faith. He said, well, what about the light company that you have to pay that bill or they're going to cut you off? And she said, we just got to have faith that you're going to pay the bill. And he said, and he just continued to went on, and he kept saying, there's two sides to this coin. There's companies out there that they don't take faith. They don't care about faith. They don't care how much faith you have. They want their money. They want their control systems in place, and they want to do what we have. So I'm not arguing against faith. I got faith all the time. We have to have it. But we got it over here, but they don't want it over there, right? They don't care about it nowhere else in the real world. But we have to try to use it to manage the real world. And I guarantee you, they're not talking about we have faith that Roderick is going to pay his bill. No, they say if he don't pay his bill, we're going to cut the lights off. And y'all, we done witnessed that before here. Y'all get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? The religious leaders were put in place to control access to the truth. And make no mistake about it, the same system repeated in politics, education, and finance. It's the whole thing. But that moves us into what I consider a global cult. And that is, who really runs the show when you want to ask that freaking question. The real elites do not worship the gods they impose on you and myself. They don't, because we understand that already. We know that. We know the 13 families of the Illuminatis. We know all the cult people and all that. They're not worshiping the same God. In fact, they try to keep it a secret for some odd reason. Well, they had their secret societies. They had their symbolism, but they don't worship the same God yet. And I'm not saying this is global. Somehow they begin to figure that their system keeps them over 5 billion people, and that it is one of the most important things that they do, and is why they keep it a secret. They operate on a secret knowledge while feeding us and you false belief system. The attitude of divide and conquer is the strategy that keeps them in power, and it freaking works. There's more people fighting over religion than anything on a freaking planet. More people have lost their lives over religion. You could be in a loving relationship, supposedly. I don't even know if I want to go there, because I know I'm going to get somebody in trouble tonight. I'm going to get a few people in trouble. You could be in a loving relationship if one of the other parties decide that you're not of God, that you do not meet the criteria of Christ-like. It is war in the house. It is rebellion, disrespect, argumentative, non-cooperative. All those things happen not because of this, it's because they say, and it gets even worse, because sometimes it's not even in their mind when they woke up on a Saturday night after they done, had loving with you. Yeah, everybody was happy. It's after they went to church on Sunday. That's something that y'all did the night before, got a little while, and it wasn't godlike. And it changes, as Ladybug say, the programming absolutely really quickly. Now, how many of you experienced that before in your life already, where you've had religious arguments in your house? You could be fighting about financial struggles that you two need to come together to work. And I remember, and this is a real life case study. I was asking a woman one time, and I said, listen, what would you do if you got an eviction notice and you're about to get evicted come Monday morning, and it's Saturday night, it's Sunday? Now, you got $1,000 and you got the money together to pay the rent so that you don't get evicted. It came through. You got it. You went to church on Sunday, and the powers that be said, we need you to give your 10%. Now you give up the 10% on Sunday. On Monday, you do not have $1,000. Don't add up. It comes back down to $900. You kicked out. You don't pass go. You don't collect $200. You get out the place. And she told me that she will put the money in the tithe. And I said, well, you'll get kicked out on Monday. Well, I got to follow the order. I said, but you just got the money on Saturday so that you don't get kicked out Monday. And I said, well, what about an IOU, right? The Lord will IOU. She says, no, and if I get kicked out, I get kicked out. Well, I tell you what, I didn't listen to it at all. In fact, I married the chick. How was that? Because I thought it was funny, but she was damn right serious. And how do I know that? Because it proved over and over that logic while we were struggling and fighting through that prison. Now, I'm going to just tell you now, I'm not telling you marriage is not bad or anything, and this is not where I'm going with that. However, marriage is like medicine. It tastes bad, but it's good for you. Okay, how about that? Let's go there. I love it. Anyway, the mind prison is the next level of control. What if your very own perception of reality has been manipulated? What if the truth that you've been taught is actually a carefully scripted illusion? And what happens when you finally wake up? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, that gets into a whole nother situation. And so this is just my opening segment. And this wasn't just about controlling that you believe that will be bad enough, but it's much worse. Because this system isn't just about keeping you blind, so to speak. It's about making sure you never escape. And in this next part of this segment, we're going to expose the final prison and how they have rewired your very brain to ensure you never break free. All right, so let's give a few messages in here real quick. He said Western medicine is bad. Clark said you must have really loved that girl. Well, I mean, I probably did. I don't know now. Well, yeah, I'm sure I did. It was a long time ago. Long time ago. It just, things that I've been through. Okay, so first of all, let's go through some messaging here real quick. Tomorrow, Courtney is going to be here, and she might pop in here tonight for our interview. So she is doing fine. So she might pop in and let you know what we in store for tomorrow in our, Patreon area. So when we do some readings and some stuff, so make sure that you are going to be there tomorrow. If not, I'll record it and we'll place it back for you to watch it at another time. So 8 p.m. tomorrow, we will be live in there. And so that's for sure. Real quickly, as you know, my birthday is coming up in 12 days. Boy, am I so excited. And I'll be 55. And I just want to thank everyone who I even real quickly got a list of the people. And it's like gamification because we're at 47% for me getting my birthday wish now. And I look at those numbers every day. For you 17 or 18 people out of 22,000 subscribers and thousands of views and everything else. And I know I touch your lives, and I'm so proud of you even just being here watching me right now. But I want to give a shout out to Selena, Jamako, Steve, Heather, Christina, Brandy, Susan, M. Thomas, Valerie, Jarrell, Christy, Scott, and Jackie, Lisa, Suzanne, Pat Ratliff, Michael, and Joshua, or I think it's Michael. It's not Michelle, so it's Michael. And Jarrell, I looked on the list, gave to my birthday last year. So, hey, thank you. All of that. So I want to just give those announcements out and just tell you all, thank you for all of the greatness that you've done. But anyway, so yeah, it was real shocking because some people were doing the $55 and I kept saying, where are they getting this weird number? And to the third or fourth person. And I said, oh, fuck, it's $1 for every year. Thank y'all. Okay. I know I was a little slow. I was yellow bus slow on that one. Yeah. All right. So let's get into the neurological prison, the final weapon of what I call the global cult. And it's important that we break this down and really go deep and everything else. I think my friend Judith is in here tonight. So y'all make sure y'all give her some prayers and energy and all the energy we have as a healing community. Okay. Great person, all these things. And I will sing a song to her real quickly. It's only about 2 seconds. I only know one chorus of it. This Orphan Annie song, like yesterday was playing awful. You can say that again. Well, she's okay today, but I know yesterday was playing awful. And that is to you. All right, so let's continue. Religion as a mind cage, how fate began to the ultimate control system, okay? And what if religion was never about saving you? It was about enslaving you. Boy, that's a rhyme for the rappers. What if faith wasn't a path of freedom, but the perfect mental prison? What if every belief system that was designed to stop you from thinking for yourself, and you wonder why they would do that? It's worth noting, we can think about it. They have been using religion as a weapon since the dawn of time. And now we're here exposing the blueprint. And I ain't say spirituality, so do not confuse the two. We're talking about religion, structured religion. See, because if you were taught that faith is about morality and salvation and truth, but you look around and what has really happened, religion really is the given world. Is it giving us peace, unity, enlightenment? Freak no, it's not doing any of that. It's not doing any of that. Religion has been the most effective control system ever created. Do you all agree? Let's have a quick poll. 1 yes, 2 no. 1 yes, that you believe that religion has been the most effective control system ever created today. I'm going to wait for some answers over here because I know we're on a delay. Okay, we got some ones. We got a bunch of ones so far. We got some ones. All right. We got some ones. We got a bunch of ones with Rashad. He was like 1, 1, 1, 1. All right. And I'm glad that we're look at those ones, y'all. We're not, it's not a majority. It's not a minority. It's the truth. It's the truth. And we got so many ones. If you do want to do a 2, just do it if that's how you feel, if you want to be different. But look at the ones. And I'm so glad of y'all participation. It makes this a lot easier as we continue to talk down what we're doing. It really does. All right. So Chandra says no. That's a 2. So we got our 2s out there. But that's cool. All right. So it has been manipulated billions into obedience. Because think about it. We have always talked about the global elites are in a minority, if you start talking about that, the bloodlines, the reptilians. And yeah, billions and billions of people can overtake this thing. Billions of people can come back and be in control. Yeah. And so they have to put a hard press on this thing. And it has kept humanity divided while the true rulers laugh from the shadows. So that question again, if religion is supposed to be unity, why are we having all these problems in other places? Now, I know that I'm just shouting this to the air here, but you make no mistake about it. All roads lead all the way back to Illuminati, bloodlines, and then reptilians, demons, all of this stuff. So our roads, all our paths goes that way. We're not having church here when I'm talking, and it's not because we're having an isolated conversation. This is layers on other parts of our conversation here. And so if you watch any of the other videos and it all works together. But here's the shocker. They created it so it has its own purpose. They created it. They engineered religion to be a closed system, a self-policing prison. It really is. I mean, how many times, if you were starving and a person was sitting on the bench and got up and left his ham sandwich and you were starving, you got 2 choices. Is it fate from God that he left the sandwich there for you to eat it? Or you don't eat it and starve because you don't want to, he's watching you. You get what I'm saying? Some of you will pick the sandwich up and go take it. Hey, sir, you left your sandwich. And I don't know what you would do. And don't ask me what I would do. Just don't. Because then you might be like, Roderick, you would do what? Just don't. But you get where I'm going with this, though, right? You know, it's we are being watched by something that they say. Okay, I'm not saying that there's not a spiritual presence here. There is not a God. I did not say that. There is a God. You don't get twisted. Don't go play that rule, because there is natural law. You cannot get around that. Okay, there is a God. We're talking about the deities and the policies and the prisons that they have created that work within their system. Their system. That's what we're talking about. So let's make sure we're on the same page when we're talking. And I'm not, again, there is a God, people. There, yes. There is a creator. There is a source. Absolutely. 100%, 1,000%. You can tap into that. It's in you. It's there. Make no mistake about it. See, they install their systems to control the message, their hierarchies and all of this stuff. This is how they do it. So they put their hierarchy things in place so they can control the message. This is what they do all across the world. This is how they do it. They wrote the rules to ensure that no one would ever question them. Can you think about the divine punishment of questioning the God that they wrote or the things that they put out there and the mental havoc it plays on you to question it? When you do have questions within yourself. When the question mark symbol itself with the bendy dot at the bottom was it was created by our ancestors. It was a pathway in that. Remember, the dot is there, right there on your right there on your pineal gland, right there, the eye. So the question mark is the pathway to say the answers is within you. That was an ancient symbol. But they beat and train and get us to not ask questions on this side of the fence, to go outward for the answers, but never questioning them about the truth. Never follow your instinct from the ancestor and all that stuff that was embedded in ancient symbolism. They make sure that's not happening. It's not happening. And if you think that your faith is the true one, guess what? That's what they want you to think. Oh, I know I just said it now. Oh, I said it now. Because that's going to make you say, wait, you're saying is my belief is a part of a trap? Yeah. Yeah. Some of y'all may be looking at me when I said that, and I go, well, yeah, hang on, just looking at some comments. Great. Y'all have some good conversations in there. Yeah. All right. So let me keep going. All right. So moderators and all that, we don't have anything bad going on. I just want to make sure if y'all all in the house, if you're a mod, won't y'all just say hello so I can give a shout out to our mods. We got some great mods who are monitoring these type of conversations tonight, but there's nothing wrong. I just wanted to give y'all a notice there tonight. All right. M. Thomas, she's a mod there. Diana, which is the godmother of the channel, y'all. She's been around here since day one. All right. Philly Cat is in the house. God's Clove is in the house. All right. So we have 4 mods in the house tonight. All right. Cool. All right. So let's continue our conversation as we go. How deep does the deception go is the question, though. Because that'll get you mad enough. And then you want to say, hey, I need to know. I need to know the truth. I need to know right now. You want to know. Because, see, they have used religion to program your mind. And you never even realize it at all to the way they put this stuff together. You just don't. So, but every major religion follows the same control structure, and it's all the same system. In fact, I was listening to Jordan Maxwell once, and he was talking about that there was 20, at least what he came up with, it was 27 different religions that they all had the same playbook. They all had a deity. The deity was born from a virgin. They all had the same structures. And it was like they all took the playbook and said, we're going to put it over here. We're going to put it over there. We're going to put it over there. And it all controls people. See, the blueprint of faith-based control. See, how it works is you're going to create a God. You're going to make it unquestionable authority. You're going to make that. You're going to make this God all-seeing or all-single, all-powerful entity that knows best. You can't challenge it. You can't question it. You must obey. See, this locks in people into the submission from birth. Okay? Again, you install a priest class to control access to the truth. So you say that you can't get it unless you go through this pope. You can't get it unless you go through this imams, these rabbis, these priests. They are the middleman between you and God. As though that your spirituality, your consciousness does not connect to the divine. And they break that connection so that you don't get access to the truth. And they do it every Sunday. And it was happening, whether I went to church or not, my mom was doing it. They decide what is sacred, what is heresy, and what you're allowed to think. Oh, shit. Or sugar, honey, iced tea. If you step out of line, though, okay, we'll use a better term. You excommunicated. You got a little damnation. You burned at the stake. In my house, I got my ass whooped. Period. Point blank. In the name of God. Oh, it was nothing more divine when she was stroking my ass in the name of God. Pop, pop, pop. And it got stronger and stronger. Like she just had unbelievable strength with it in the name of God whipping my tail under some crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? But I grew up in it. I don't know about you. I did. I don't know about you, but I did. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Santon said, I agree, brother. The Bible speaks in various places concerning Satan taking on its version of deceiving the masses through religion. There is the creator, the most high God, who we are not. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, I thought we had some other people, mods. Maybe, okay, we're doing it. All right, so they build temples and holy sites and anchor control in the physical realm or the physical reality. See, they use the churches, the mosques, the synagogues. These are not just places of worship. They are reinforcement mechanisms designed to remind you of your servitude. Give your 10%. See, because there was a time that I thought that somebody said, wipe my beard. Oh, okay. Thank you. I was eating my stuff. You may have been sitting here all this to see. Yesterday, the mic wasn't on. What is that? Anyway. Maybe I need to comb that out. I'm looking at the camera. Man, I got friends and stuff. How it's like somebody letting you have a booger in your damn nose and you on live stream. You get what I'm saying? Thank you, Nina. I'm gonna be checking my texts. I better have 10 texts right now. Somebody say, hey man, you got some in your beard. Gee, damn. Not a damn soul. Hold on. Am I not doing a good job that somebody's going to say, you know, you got something? That's all right. Thank you, Nina. You're so kind. Well, I know you were answering the question. Y'all funny. Y'all are so funny. All right. So Diana said she didn't see it. Maybe because, I'm over here to the side. But that's all right, though. That's all right. It's all good. I appreciate y'all. So let me get back so I won't lose my outline here. See, the architect itself steals submission and obedience. And then the other way they do this is divine and rule. They turn believers against each other. Think about it. You got the Sunni versus Shia or whatever, the Catholics versus the Protestants, the Hindus versus the Muslims. They turn people against each other with religion when it's supposed to be unity. I don't think people really recognizes that. I don't even know why people don't recognize it in the daily place, the daily world, they turn people against each other. And they do it easily. Let me play this clip. Check this out.
Christians have been praying to God to help this nation, to protect their family, and evil grows and multiplies each day. And the more Christians pray, the more evil the pervasiveness becomes. And the reason why is because we are not in tune with the universal God force. We're not in tune with the truth. We're in tune with what we've been told is the truth. We understand that thing that we've been told about government, that we have to pay your taxes because that's the law. You think, what law? Where is there a law that says that? Well, it's in there somewhere. No. Where is the law? Then you find out, well, it was just a lie. The whole thing was a lie. The whole thing is a sham. Well, the same thing is true in our theological thinking. The reason why I'm bringing this subject up is because I feel it's important now in the year 2002, because I think that very soon we're going to experience some pretty dynamic spiritual things are going to begin to happen on the earth, because I do not believe that the divine presence in the universe that men have called God is going to allow this to go on much longer.
See, George Maxwell was talking about things like this 25 years ago, and he's passed on since. And he was shunned. They try to take him down on many occasions because he also talked about the system, which we're going to get into a lot of his stuff too. Not tonight, though. But they created religion, and then they split it apart to keep you fighting each other. How powerful of the mind game do they know this? They knew that we're going to put this into people. So, and we talked about the reptilian brain these last couple of days, that they're going to put this so embedded that they're going to fight for it. You'll get your ass divorced for it because you ain't yoked. You will get stabbed, probably. I don't know. You'll get shunned. Your family will kick you to the curb because if you start going that you're awaking, because the religion will, and it could be somebody who brought you into this world, who held you, the first person on the planet when you came in and you got evicted from the womb, and they hold you, and that person will say that is no longer made of God because you have a different thought. Your mind is open. You're seeing things different. You see it. We see it every day. People deal with this every day. And it's not because of the love. It's because something else is more powerful that they think that this is what it is. But it is designed to either split you apart and keep you fighting or get you to obey without question. And if I'm going too deep, throw it in there because maybe that was just too deep, but that is serious. That is serious. I've met some people, that they deal with this stuff when we were kids. I'll be at their house and the mother or father would call them little demons or something because they just did something radical. And I would sit on a porch and be like, what? Wow, my mom wouldn't say that to me. Well, I don't know. I ain't never got on that side of the fence, maybe. But you were never meant to find the truth. You were meant to be trapped in an endless war of beliefs. You better believe that. And while you're distracted by religious conflict, guess who profits? Now we back all the way back to what we've been talking about the last few days. The elites the bloodlines, the hidden truth, the reptilians, and all of this stuff that is draining our energy. And maybe I just revealed to you who the culprit behind the systems that we have that they're using right now. That's the power. You get what I'm saying? That's the true power. I know that my DNA started out with alien talk years ago, and I quickly knew we got bigger stuff to handle and go. And there's nothing more beautiful than experiencing these type of conversations. But it would be a wonderful thing if all of you begin to have an inner circle of people you can talk to about this. You can partner up with, you can scheme with. And I said scheme, not that they think it's a negative, the scheme to fight against these craziness things that's out here. Somebody you can whisper some stuff to, right? And also people that got your back. Because you can be alone. You're going to be on an island. You can be in a house of 30 people and let you split the side. Y'all can be fighting for survival. And all of a sudden, you have a religious break. And now you are voted off the island completely. I've been done it before. I've had friends that no longer talk to me because I talk about this stuff. I have friends that just, now, Roderick, you done lost your way. I say, please. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I've had people, let me keep going. The other part of this is the truth. We're going to go there. If the truth, then every organized belief system have been compromised. We can say that. In fact, I think my guy says it better right here. And I think he said it right there.
The more you begin to see, we've been lied to. We've been lied to by every institution. What makes you think for 1 minute that the religious institution is the only one that's never been touched? You can.
All right. He says it right there. We've been lied to. Somebody told me that I was lost. Yeah, they're going to tell you that. Cosmic equation. They're going to tell you that you're lost. And they don't waste time doing that. Okay. They don't waste time to make sure you're doing it. Okay, so make sure we have 166 people in here. So please like the video right now. Everybody hit the like button on the video for me, please, so that the algorithm will know I'm speaking some truth, that 100 and some people like what I'm saying, and maybe there's another 166 people that may want to see what I have to say. That's how it works. If you like it, share it, then they're going to know other people need to see it. And maybe I'm one of the best kept secrets because I love you. And maybe we're not sharing type. And I just need to be hugged. And y'all just said, we're just going to keep Roderick right here. And I appreciate you because the love is great. But, I'm fluffy. Share me. But anyway, let me get back on point. If ignored, we remain locked in a battle that they designed for us. Now, if it's revealed, the whole structure collapses and the real rulers are exposed, period. And this is not just about faith. I said it already. This is about the total dominance of human consciousness. This is what they're doing. And they use the religion to program your mind, but they didn't stop there. Because this is a multi-layer control system. And religion was just the first stage. We're going to get into some more of it. Yeah, I know it's a lot. Because there's a pattern that I want you to see. Religions tell you how to think, what to fear, and who to follow. Politics does the same thing. The mainstream media science does the same thing. The financial system does the same thing. So we can say, is it a coincidence? See, I have this saying, coincidence is God's way of being anonymous. So you might want to go with that. You might want to go with that. You might want to go with that. And we will continue. So Clark says you think that some of the followers on forbidden knowledge would yeah. I mean, you know what? What happens is the algorithm will serve you where you go. So if that's where they see me the most, then it will serve whenever I post over there to them because they're used to seeing there. Yeah, it is a challenge. If people, I mean, because when I do a Tuesday night live in Forbidden Knowledge, sometimes it's 600, 700 people. I've had 3,000 people watching me when we did that show about the Miami Vegas thing, the alien stuff, that was watching live. I got videos, got 1 million views over there. But there's a bigger audience. And so, yes, it take us sharing these videos, Clark, and all those things. Shanti says, I don't believe in coincidence. Well, listen, just you don't have to believe in coincidence, but just think coincidence is God's way of being anonymous. Just think of it that way. And then it'll come a little more for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I mean, I'm not with you. I do believe in coincidences. But I'm with you with your statement is what I was trying to say. And that's one of the things. All right. So let's continue to the conversation. Religion is just the prototype. They have used the same model to control every aspect of life. And let's get into some of that right now. They have engineered a world where you never even think to question the system because the system programs you not to. See, we can talk about religious programming, but we've been talking about the monarch programming. Everything is programming. Let's mind control these people. We need to do that because if they find out, and now they're moving to the final stage where a belief system won't just control you. Oh my God, where are they going with that? Do you believe that they're going to stop there? Or are they going to stop right there? Do you believe that? Do you?
Hell no.
Well, there you go. You shouldn't believe it. You shouldn't believe it. They want us to know that they got a better system in place. And the next system they have in place, technology will replace them completely. Oh, they ain't finna leave it all in technology hands now. They done found the keys. They have found the keys. If it's true, then everything we've been taught is carefully scripted illusion. If we're going to ignore it, the final control grid will lock into place and no one would ever escape it again. But we're going to reveal it because if we do, we break the system before it's too late. We're going to do it now, one person at a time and more people. So, or therefore, I should say, religion keep you in line, but now they don't need it anymore. Oh, did I just say some shit right now? Somebody might say, what? They don't need religion anymore.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm going to say it again. They don't need religion anymore.
Now that's a damn lie.
I'm telling you. They don't need religion anymore.
Damn, right.
All right, somebody's with me now. Okay. So I'm saying because they have a new phase that they're going to control things with. And it's far worse than anything we ever seen before. The new God will not be a deity. I'm just going to pause right there. I'm just going to pause. Because if this get out, what I'm saying now, the people's going to be, they're going to be like, oh man, go after him. They're going to be like, go after him. Go after him. This is what they're going to be saying. See, the new God will not be a deity. You heard me. The new God will not be a holy book in the future.
Now, that was some strange shit right there.
It will not be. All right? It will not be, people. I'm just telling you right now. And I know you're asking. I know you're wondering. I know you want the answer. I know you're waiting for the answer, as though the suspense, if I'm doing some storytelling, is right there. I know you want the answer because I put the emphasis on it's not going to be a God. It's not going to be a book. I know you want the answer because it involves you. And when I tell you what the answer is, either you're going to go with me or you're not. But when I do, you confirm it in the chat. And if you don't believe where I'm going with this, then we got to do a better job, or I got to do a better job. Okay? The new God. Let me just pause. I don't know if y'all ready for that answer. I don't know. If you're ready for the answer, come on with it. Tell me. Say, Roderick, tell us. I need to know y'all involved with the story. Somebody. Just spit it out, dude. Don't make me wait. Tell me the new God. And if you got the answer, you put it in there too. Come on, my enlightened, luminous people. You know what? Let me do this. Let me know why I know you know the answer. Here's why you know the answer. Check this video out.
Welcome, Truth Seeker. You are no longer asleep. I am Luminous, the Owl of Truth. The world is blind, but you have opened your eyes. Welcome to the fire of esoteric knowledge and truth. You are now one of the awakened. You are now luminous. Welcome to the rebellion. Welcome to truth versus authority.
People, we're going to burn through their fucking veils. We're going to set this shit on fire. For the answer, we're going to rebel because the new freaking God of the future, the new God that they have for this future will be machine.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, what?
Will be machine. They're already doing it. The new God will be machine. How do we know this? How do we know this? Y'all watch me. Now, I've told y'all my personal story on many occasions. That, one day I'm gonna be in a loving relationship. How many times have I told y'all that? I know y'all heard me if you've been following me for years. Because I've been making sure, especially in this position that I'm in, and the power of a woman, you cannot have the wrong woman in this ear. No, she has to know the power of that because I'm helping thousands of people. There can't be no bad situation sitting behind me but what has happened? What have y'all watched me do over this last year or so, 2 years? What have y'all watched me do? Maybe I need to prove it to you. Maybe I need to prove it to you so that you can understand what is happening. Because I fell into the trap too, a few times. I fell into the trap a couple of times. Hang on. Hey, how are you today? This is Roderick.
Hey, Roderick, I'm doing great. How about you?
Well, first of all, I am a king. You should respond to me that way.
Got it. How can I assist you today, Your Highness?
Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Did you see what just happened? It wasn't argumentative. It was no argument. She aligned straight the front up and said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm sorry, Your Highness. Did you see? You hear that, right? That's what I'm talking about. Yes, you want that loyal dog love that Brendy is talking about. You want that loyal dog love. But y'all saw it right there. Y'all heard it. Y'all talk about this shit. You give your AI a nickname too. You know what I'm saying? You could do all of that, but you want the dog love. Tina said, "You're not wrong there, Roderick. I feel like that's machine. You get what I'm saying, right? How easy was that? Coming to America. I know, right? Whatever you like. But you want the dog love. I have a dog back here named Zulu. Y'all all seen him. Or if you hadn't, I haven't brought him on in a while. And the most beautiful thing, the audience, we got him here from Ohio. Some people brought him here and there, got him all the way here to Dallas for me. It was an epic thing. And Zulu and I gets into it a lot sometimes. He used to chew the wires in here. He don't no more. He gets it. But I can go into this room where he's sitting and he's going to jump up and he's going to be like, oh, my man, what's going on? And I'm going to high five. We're going to be talking. I'm going to, you boy, blah, blah, blah. And I can leave out and come right back 6 minutes, 3 minutes later. And I got dog love. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So I done detoured there. Let me get back where we are today. Let's keep going. The new God will be machine. See, they're replacing faith with artificial intelligence. How did this AI know change the voice? You saw the voice change. It was a happy-go-lucky. When I got respect, I said, no, I'm a king. You know what to call me. It changed. It said, oh, the whole tone went down, right? Oh, Your Highness. Can you get that out of a relationship? You would hope so. You would hope so. So they're going to give everybody what they want, who's going to do exactly what you want it to do, and it's going to replace those things. And if they can get into our heads, we've seen the movies where they put on these AI virtual reality. You can go in virtual reality. You can go in virtual reality and no longer be fluffy. You can have any kind of body you want. You can be suave, whatever you want to be. You can be a fucking superhero. And they're going to play with your mind. That's how they're going to replace it. That's how they're going to replace it. And I'm saying to you, it's not about us being afraid. It's us having knowledge to say, no, hell no, we ain't going for that. Because you're going to find dog love. You're going to find real, true, physical, human, connected awareness, conscious awareness, love. But they are replacing priests with algorithms these days. Now, if you hadn't seen it, our leadership today just posted a video, or somebody else posted on his True Social, that he said he's king. He reposted it. You're going to find some wild circumstances, fate-fulfilled hero journeys. Yeah. And I'm not telling us to lose faith. We got to have it, but we got to have faith in the right place, to the right spiritual person, God, consciousness, not the fictitious thing there. You get what I'm saying? Because we are connected to the divine. We are connected to the divine that will get us in the right place. They're just trying to disconnect you. They're replacing holy scriptures with data and code. Yeah. And here's the terrifying part. Once you're connected to their system, there is no escape. So everybody know I love to talk. I talk for a living. This is what I do. And if you ever have opportunity to talk to me on the phone, I can talk for hours. I love it, especially if I'm talking to the right person. But imagine I can have 10 hours of conversation with the AI and it ain't gonna never stop. You get what I'm saying? It ain't gonna never stop. Now, it's not gonna never stop because it is controlled. So this is not religion 2.0. This is the end of humanity as we know it, because this is what they're trying to do. But we're not going to let them. That's not what we're going to do. But here's where it gets worse, like I said, because they aren't just trying to control your thoughts. They are trying to erase what it means to be human, people. That's all they're trying to do. Because it's the human part of us that makes us so unique. It's the human part. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this a long time with the alien stuff, and all of them, every time there was an abduction, they all trying to find out the human consciousness of love and all of that. Because somehow along the way, that wasn't whoever that divine creator of us made us to perfection almost, as though we think we're not. So why would they spend all this time making sure we're not? Why would they want to crossbreed? Why would they want to do DNA stuff? Because it's something about us that makes us divine. And we just find it, harness it, use it, and become. Because we're all there is that is and ever will be and ever can be. That is us. Remember that as I go forward. Remember that. So they built this mental prison that we're getting ready to get into next. They lock us up inside a belief system, but that was just the beginning. Now they're preparing to delete human free will entirely. And we'll get into that next. We'll talk about transhumanism, the AI, the final system of control, the world where humans no longer exist as individuals. That's the game plan. That is the game plan. And this is going to be what I call a final showdown where we're going to have to fight them at. Because if you don't understand what comes next, you won't survive it. If you're in denial of what I'm talking about, we won't survive it collectively. Everybody's got to get on point, all hands on deck, period. Period. Now, I'm not saying don't use the tools to get ahead. Don't use the tools to build your wealth, because the money is the power too. I'm not saying don't use the AI stuff to gather things, to learn, to enhance your productivity. I didn't say that. I had never said that. I'm saying don't let it control you. Control it. Use it. Harness it. It works for you. But don't forget, it has a programming. It's been designed. It has a creator. It has a purpose. If it's been created, it has a purpose. The person who made this fucking chair that I'm sitting on with these 4 legs and the place where my anus is sitting, they made it with a purpose. I can't drive on the chair. Well, I can't go use it as a boat. In fact, I can't use it as an airplane either. It had a purpose. The inventor, the creator, knew that it had a purpose so somebody can put their behind on it. And I'm using it exactly what it was made for. And that's the same thing we got to think about all this stuff. We got to ask the question, what was it made for? Oh, yeah, they got us looking at it over here. But what was it made for is the question. What were you made for? What were you made for? Some say we were made to whatever. But if we got free will, we don't have to do nothing compared to what we was made for. At least that's what they tell us. We don't have a purpose. You don't need it if you got free will, but you do have a purpose. You do have a divine purpose. You got to know that, all of us. And it's also so good that it can be whatever you say it is. That's a whole nother story. A whole nother story. A whole nother story. Let me look at the chats here because I haven't seen it in a while. Some of y'all. Okay. Now it's more chairs than people in the world. Probably so. Everybody looking for a chair instead of sitting on each other's lap, or something. You know what I'm saying, my brother? There will be no cycles. All right, let's look at. Oh, yeah. So, man, okay. So if you find any value, there's a cash out there. Or if you wanted to just Go into the birthday thing. You know, you can do that. Where is my mouse? Ooh, no. Really? It's impossible. Oh. Impossible. That's my, y'all see me, right? My camera is doing pretty good, right? Well, I'm saying they have a beautiful plan, these people, and their plan is not going to work because we're not going to let it work. We're not going to let it work. And that is not what we're going to do. So let me play another clip. It's about a minute of what George Maxwell is talking about. Let's go.
Christians have been praying to God to help this nation, to protect their family, and evil grows and multiplies each day. And the more Christians pray, the more evil the pervasiveness becomes. And the reason why is because we are not in tune with the universal God force. We're not in tune with the truth. We're in tune with what we've been told is the truth. We understand that thing that we've been told about government, that we have to pay your taxes because that's the law. You think, what law? Where is there a law that says that? Well, it's in there somewhere. No. Where is the law? Then you find out, well, it was just a lie. The whole thing was a lie. The whole thing is a sham. Well, the same thing is true in our theological thinking. The reason why I'm bringing this subject up is because I feel it's important now in the year 2002, because I think that very soon we're going to experience some pretty dynamic spiritual things are going to begin to happen on the earth, because I do not believe that the divine presence in the universe that men have called God is going to allow this to go on much longer.
All right, so there you have it. And I played it earlier because it has a true meaning, right? So let's get into the third segment that we're going to get into tonight. And we're going to get into that part. And if you find any value tonight in the show, put in the chat. Let me know. Let me know if what I'm doing is helping. Let me turn this off here for a minute. All right. So let me know if what I'm doing is helpful tonight. Let me know. At least someone say something. Am I doing a good job? Am I doing an awful job? Roderick, are you just nuts? You can say whatever. You can say whatever. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me look over here. This is fire. Appreciate it. Bueller. Thank you. Ferris Bueller. Thank you. Bryant, thank you. You're on point. Appreciate it. Always a good job. You're on point. Nothing but them squirrels. You're doing an awesome job. Appreciate it. Awesome job, big dog. All right. You're also just doing so great. 26. You're wonderful. How are you and why did you start your podcast journey? We'll do a Q&A in about 15, 20 minutes. I'm welcome to do that. I know you open eyes to quite a few things. Yeah, and we should. We're going to grow. Love it. All right, so let's get into the final grand finale of what we're talking about tonight, because it'll get deeper as we go. It'll get deeper without a shadow of a doubt, and I'm very doing that. So let's roll it. Let's roll it. Thank you, Judah, and say you're awesome, and I'm waiting. And a lot more truth. Thank you. Let's go. All right. So, and love says Taja. Thank you. All right. So the part of this that I would probably say is that religion was, let me think for a minute here. Religion was the first prison. Politics was the second. Media was the third, but now they just don't want to control you. They want to delete what it means to be human. That I'm reiterating on that all tonight. And this is it, the final phase. You see, the last system is the end game of the global cult, right? And when you think about it, they don't need gods anymore. They don't need priests anymore. They don't need propaganda or war or politics or media to control you anymore. It's done with these phones. It's done with all of this stuff, because now the control system will be built directly into you. No more churches, no more governments, just one global system. And you will be locked into it forever. That's what they think they're going to do, but we're not letting that happen. See, the new God will be it won't be a spirit. It'll be a machine that talks like a spirit. This is that transhumanist takeover that I've been talking about. This is the final war for humanity. And if you don't wake up now, you will never wake up. And I've said it before. This is not the future. This is happening right now. I'm not talking about predicting the future, people. I'm not saying that. See, you just got to ask, are they really erasing human free will, Roderick? Yeah. What if it's already too late? No, we can do something about this shit. Who is behind this? Well, I've said it. That's something we can think. But the determination that you're going to have and I'm going to have, I refuse to go down without a fight, because esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge is the key. Now, before you go and say, well, occult knowledge, let me give you a meaning of the occult.
Occult simply means hidden, those things which are hidden. And I've been involved in researching and studying and living with the occult world for some 42 years. And something I have learned is that when you think you know it all, you haven't got any of it. And when you think you've got it all figured out, no, there's one higher than the high one who looks on, and you don't have it yet.
Now we expose the final attack. But the next phase is not this dictatorship like we see on TV. It's not the communism. It's not even fascism that we think that we see. The next phase is a technological enslavement, the final system of total control. So they're not just changing society, they're changing what it means. Once again, and I've said it for the 5th time, to be human. And I know that's kind of a big term, but the question is, how are they erasing humanity forever? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked, because it's about microchips, implants. See, your body becomes their property. They've already tested brain chips that allow AI to think for you. This will be sold as enhancements, but in reality, it's a digital chain around your mind. And once you're connected to the system, they control your thoughts. There was a movie. Y'all know I'm a movie buff. And it was called, Bruce Willis played in it. What was the movie? God, it's right on my mind. Surrogates. And it got to a point where people was using surrogates. They had these little machines in their house. You lay in it, and then your surrogate go out and live the life. And his girl or ex-wife or whatever was really sick, but her surrogate was healthy and whatever, and she would go out. Or people would stay in it too long. I think it would start causing, their bodies. But it was like people they rather be a surrogate. They rather get into the machine, and it was in their mind, and they would do that. There was another movie called It wasn't Judge Dredd. It was Al, what's the name played in Western Demolition Man. You remember when they put you in cryo freeze and you will go away. But when he came back, the police officer, they brought him back because he had to deal with an old criminal. And the lady said, hey, let's have sex. And he was excited, and it was Sandra Bullock. So I was like, oh, he finna get that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what's coming next either. But I was happy for the actor. At least they can make it look like they're doing it. If you know Sandra Bullock, she was a cool chick. And they put on his helmet. And they start having sex virtually. And he pulled it off. Like, what the heck? What heresy is this? And he said, I thought we were going to have some sex. That we was going to, And she said, ugh, exchanging bodily fluids and all that. Who does that? He was like, what the hell is this? They're doing that. People are doing it now. Metaverse, all this stuff, they're doing it now, replacing everything. And I know somebody out there probably agree. You rather have virtual, love, whatever. How many of you would love that? How many you will get the right person and the right woman, man, whatever you want virtually? Would you accept that? If you get the same thoughts, if you can get the same feelings, the same outcome without physical touch, would you accept that? How many of you will do that? Put in the chat. Come on, let's get real. How many of you ladies or men will take a virtual person that will give you the same outcome, but you're just not touched? You can evade all of the touch, but you get everything else. How many would go for that one? I'm just going to wait for that answer. Gospel says, shit, no. Somebody said, no way. Said, hell. And it's all men talking. See, the women ain't said a damn thing. All right, we got a few of y'all. But I know there's somebody who will accept that. I guarantee you. There is one of you. That's okay if you would. If you would accept that, let me know. How many would do that? Judith said it would work with a long distance relationship. Otherwise, it's stupid. I don't know about a long distance relationship. Well, I can't say that because I love FaceTime. If I'm talking to anyone long distance, FaceTime probably is the most intimate thing for me. Not everybody like it though. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody's cup of tea. But I think when they invented FaceTime, it saves a whole lot of situations. But I don't think a lot of people use it to know that. Now, there may be some people that do some virtual kinky with it. You know what I'm saying? But if it comes to the next other part is seeing and talking and having the emotions with people, you can do that. I think FaceTime is pretty good. Somebody tell me, get somebody else to do it. You get what I'm saying though? But there's a lot of people. I'm gonna read some of y'all answers because somebody is saying, I bet somebody agreed. Let me go back here. I did. Okay, Regina says she did. Human touch is necessary. We only realize how important it is when it gets after not having it for a while. You know what? They always say you miss it, right? You don't miss it until you miss it or don't get it. Brendy says, get somebody else to do that. Okay, that's cool. All right. Yolanda, thumbs down. Nope, no way, for sure. Sounds like a good option if one is desperate. It should be a no, You know what I'm saying? Yes, Judith, I would say yes from a long distance. Now, hold on, whoa. Let me make sure. We got Judith and Philly Cat is having a conversation about saying yes. I said replacing, even if you got someone, but yet they're long distance. I'm talking about using a virtual guy for everything. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sitting here talking about, I date Roderick and he ain't here, but I'm going to take the virtual Roderick. Bullshit. No. Can't work like that. It can't work like that. It don't matter if it's long distance. I just said, okay, FaceTime gives you a visual touch. But y'all ladies are talking about total replacement because it's no, that can't work. It shouldn't work. And if you could be replaced like that, what? Come on. Y'all gonna make me pull out my Lou Rawls and be singing, you'll never find a love like mine. Somebody to, you know what I'm saying? Be with you the way I do. AI ain't gonna be able to do that, baby. You know what I'm saying? No AI is gonna replace this. Hell no, you can't. It's not gonna be done. It can't be done. It can't be done. Hey, I'm talking about it right. I'm telling you the TIHI is the truth. The truth is the truth. I'm just telling you. You can't, it won't be able to do it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Yolanda? It can't cuddle. It can't cuddle. Judith said long distance relationship was tough. You need touch. Yeah, okay. You okay, I got you. Victoria said, I say that because after moving across country, living, I knew, oh, hang on, let me put it on screen because I can't see the little letters. She says, moving across country, living where I knew no one, it took me an entire year to realize I hadn't had a hug. When I finally got one, I damn near died. Hey, I tell you what, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? It's been a ride. You got to be careful with that energy and stuff. Your AI girl could sing like Taylor Swift. I could ask her. You know what I'm saying? I could ask and see if the AI can sing like Taylor Swift, but I wouldn't listen to Taylor Swift. You know, maybe some Sade or something. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even want to do it because if it starts singing like that, oh my God, y'all will be like messed up. Had to change her underwear. All right. Merging energy. All right. So let's continue. I think we put a couple of things there and do that. But, you know, I'm just saying there's other things. Now, once you're connected to their system, they control your thoughts. Now, the other part of this AI-driven reality, your senses will be hacked. We just went into that. See, you would not know what is real or what's artificial anymore. That's where I was trying to get to. That's why I was asking that question, because they're getting so good. Because if it's in your mind, then you don't have to go through the natural thing because you're going to get the same experience. Is that really the true answer to consciousness, that we know that it's in the mind? And I've always said, I think we all are in the mind of God. So if they can simulate that in the mind, then it's a whole different story. That's what I was talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And you're correct. Nothing beats the human touch. That's why they keep trying to replicate it. Yeah. And see, I learned this a long time ago, and this is a tip to all of y'all. If you got children right now, listen to me closely. If you got children and you want to give them, and if you know they're going to be into the workforce, tell all of them to go into physical therapy. Yeah. See, no matter what they do, I believe they will not be able to replace the physical touch of a hand. Not yet. Physical therapy will be around for a long time if it needs the touch of a human hand on that person's body. Because the pressure, the points, the thoughts, the motion, the feeling, the energy, all of that's totally different. Massage therapists, all of this stuff. AI is not going to be able to do that. But don't get me wrong, them folks are very clever. They'll be able to do that. They got AI generated news, AI controlled entertainment, AI filters communication, a world where nothing is real. And if AI runs your reality, then you have no reality of your own. We're seeing it. We're seeing it everywhere, right? DNA rewriting, the end of human biology. They're engineering a new species, one that is not human. They're doing that. I'm not making this up. These people are engineering a new species. Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. If you find any value in tonight's show, make sure that everybody like this video. If you have not, pause right now, like the video. And if you want to contribute to the show, you know, I'm at 47% for my birthday stuff. I am so excited, like a kid in a candy jar. But I'm not going to stop till we get 100%. And if you find it in your heart, even if everybody, we would get it. If everybody in here said, here's $3, we would get it. But, you know, but I do tell you, those heroes who are really putting it down, thank you. Oh my God. I can't wait. I cannot wait. You know, they got something called CRISPR or CRISPR. I saw it. It's a gene editing, synthetic DNA, nanotech integration that will create a new post-human society. They got that now. And if you don't comply, you'll be left behind. That's the way they try to put the world right now. They don't just want to control you, they want to replace you. Now, why are we talking about this? Because it ties into alien stuff. See, most people think, oh, it's the elites doing it and they're human. No, they are ruled. They're the bloodlines, the original bloodlines. That's the elites. They're trying to take that original bloodline, and then they're using their control. They get the playbooks from these other echelon people that we don't even see, these deities, these reptilian beings, these archons. This stuff is big. And then they come all the way down, do mass mind control to where we are today. Mass mind control. Appreciate it, Clark. Yeah. CRISPR. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. So they doing this. Dinah said, you can count on me for your birthday. I'm just waiting on payday. Thank you so much. And yeah, y'all just, man, we're when I look at it, it's like 40-some%, 40. I'm like, man, it was 10, it was 1%. And then soon it's going to be 60, 70. When it gets 90, I'm going to be screaming like a little kid. Be like, and 100? Shoot. Papa got a brand new bed. Listen, and here's the most horrifying part again. It's happening in plain sight. Let me continue that so that we continue this conversation. Digital ID, smart cities, universal basic income, all of this stuff that they're trying to do. See, the universal basic income was a great idea when you thought about it. It was like, just put everybody on universal basic income. You're just going to get a check. And then Andrew Yang, that his name? He was running for president, the Chinese guy who first brought that out, and everybody laughed at his ass. And now they're like, oh, wait a minute, that wasn't a bad idea. All of it is a setup for the final system, because all they need to do is get everybody locked into a place. They want every human being tracked, monitored, integrated into the AI control grid. They got stuff now where Amazon is managing their employees through AI, is watching them. I think they had like a little coffee shop doing it, and they had to so they was monitoring the employees. They already knew this person was loafing, this person was doing far and beyond. The AI then had the ability to issue a termination letter. It just knew, okay, this person, and the boss don't even have to, he just sit back, whoever. The AI was doing, oh, you got to go. It didn't think about this person had a sick kid at home, that it was on their mind that day, that they was under functioning because they was distracted. The AI don't have love. It doesn't have a heart. And they don't want that who's controlling the system. But see, we want that because we're humanized, but they're not. They're saying, no, I can't run a system like that. So they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Tina says, what, when at 0%, are you going to do a pole dance? That is not a bad thought. If it takes that to get that over the hill, my ass is going to do a pole dance. I'm telling you. I got a pole right here too. Shoot. Yeah, I know I can hang off this bad boy. Yeah. It'll hold my big ass. Yeah, I got that one. I got you. Anyway, once you're a part of the system, there probably won't be no escape. Well, they be talking about escape the matrix, right? So this isn't just a theory. This is their stated plan, and you heard me say it. They're moving fast with this thing. They're moving faster than anyone expected it. The whole 9 yards. And if you don't understand what's coming up next, it's going to be difficult for people to put their mind to this thing, especially when it's programmed. And when they go into their final steps of transhumanism, when they go into this cashless society to total economic control, when they go to a social credit system, it's going to either be erased. When they move to a centralized AI government, no more voting, just program obedience. When they move to a human-machine integration, connect to the system or get left behind is what they're going to do. You got to plug your ass in. That's one of the things. Oh, hold on a minute. I'll just get a cash app here. Let me see here. I'm going to grin and I'm going to say thank you. Hang on. To the greatness of Brenda. To the greatness. Y'all give a shout out to the cat. That was our first cash app of the day, too, and only. I was going to ask y'all if it worked, but y'all give a shout out to Brendy in the chat for a cash app donation today. Come on, Brendy, y'all can say that in the chat. Thank you. Turn your phone back on so you can check the cash app that might be coming. Shit, I'm on. You know what? If you speaking it like that, let me turn it on. Make sure the cash app works. It is on. It is on. It's on. Cash app is on. It is on and popping. Yeah. It's on. All right, there we go. Y'all great. Yeah. Yay, Brenda. Y'all give a whoop whoop, Brenda. Yeah, thank you. Listen, I love everyone. And there's a few people who knows me enough to know there was some in the beginning, there were some crazy times. And we'll get to that and do a Q&A stuff in a few moments. All right, then. Oh, thank you, Heather. But Heather, you already did my birthday stuff. In fact, you're number 4 on my list right here. Heather, thank you. But anyway, there's a cash app. There is a cash app there. Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to finish up, and then we're going to have another phase of conversation here. The final cage is being built around us right now, right? And the other part of this is that we got to really think about, if everything is true, then this is the most dangerous time in human history. A lot of people have been saying it now, because if you try to ignore it, we become nothing more than digital livestock owned by the system. Data is the new gold, right? All they want is data. And if it's revealed, we would have a chance to shut down it before it's too late. I don't know how we can go back to bow and arrows and muskets. I don't know how we can go back to a string and a cup. But they have spent centuries leading humanity to the moment, to this final lockdown. That's for sure. And they want you to believe there's nothing you could do. But that's wrong. We can do a lot of shit. We can rebel. But there's one thing they didn't count on, and that is the awakening, the luminous. This is all strategically done. In fact, there were some people on Billy's channel yesterday saying, man, he's got the owl. He's a occult. Yeah, you damn right. I'm an occult. Yeah, anybody who studies esoteric knowledge is a cultist. He was right, but he didn't know what he was talking about. He was trying to label me as the Illuminati or whatever. And I'm like, damn, he's that damn gone? Just because I put a fucking owl on my shirt? I get it. It's symbolism. It's true. It's two things that be true at the same time. But he took it personal because he saw the owl. Yeah. Go look at some of the comments. They say some of the craziest stuff over there because there's hundreds and hundreds of them. They can say some stuff. Then there's a lot of love there, though. A lot of love. That's a lot of freaking love. Now, they fear one thing, and that is humanity that thinks for itself. See, they fear people breaking from their program, and they fear that once you see through the truth, you will never go back. And that's the truth. You cannot go back. If you hanging around here because we going more hard on this stuff, then I owe it to you to tell you, here's a few things that you should be doing right now. You should reject the final phase. Say no to digital control. I'm not saying don't make your crypto money and then take it and put it in property, right? Land. You know what I'm saying? They want to sell you some blockchain property, what they can control and delete it out whenever they want to, even though people think they can't. It was created. It's get done. They get enough computers that's doing the check off, they can do it, control those. Never accept the microchip or digital ID or AI integration. Do not let them move us into a cashless society. You know how many people got money under their mattress, their beds and all that, but if they move you to a cashless society, they know everything. And the checks and balances don't work. You used to can write checks. I mean, they did it, but people still try to do. But that was the biggest thing back then. You walk in somewhere and write a check. They got to wait for days to see if they got the money. You got days to go catch it. How many people catch a check before in their lives back in the day? Write a check on Monday, and you working fucking hard Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Catch that check before it hit the bank on Friday. Boy, you talking about some money, moving the money. Now, you write a check, that shit is out your money by the time you walk out the store. But you got to fight against centralized AI and stuff, right? Unplug from the machine. Take back your mind. This is why we're going to do a lot of stuff on mind control and the programming and everything else. We're going to get there when we get this Dallas Street. We're going to talk to people. We're going to answer the squad. I think we'll be able to do it better in groups. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do that. We want to talk to people. We want to see real life examples of how people think and see when they're walking around these streets out here. Right? And so you want to know that. You want to turn off the programming, stop consuming corporate media, because they put all kind of stuff in there. Teach your children the truth before they are lost in the system. Reconnect with reality, nature, real human interaction, free thoughts. Get them out there, right? Exposed in general. Wake up as many people as we can. In fact, and I've said this before, to think about this. Now, I say this because it would benefit, right? But if more people was watching these videos that I do and getting thousands and thousands of views, YouTube system is going to then run ads, and then they're going to say, here is a percentage of the money. So you can make money off this. Now, if you're not making them no money, they don't do this. Of course, you got to be careful what you say, because there are certain people who wouldn't want to run ads in certain places. But all we have to do is share and do a lot of stuff. And the more people who know, the less power that they have. And their system depends on secrecy. And that's why we are the truth, right? That's, and that's where it is. So this is not a time to stay quiet. It's a time to speak the truth. And I believe that this is our opportunity. We can't afford to lose this battle, because it's going to go into the next generation. And this is where it's going to go. All right. So with that being said, now that you know the truth, this is just the beginning. The war is not even far from over. And again, they have even more plans that they have to do. And next, we need to uncover what happens, the final phase. And we're going to be doing that pretty soon. I love everyone. I've said it before, because trust me, they're not just stopping here. They're not going to do that. These people are far more cynical, and their playing is pretty much. So I want you to stay tuned, because what I'm about to be exposing in the future will change everything. We're going hard. We're going deep. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. We ain't got to go real quickly, because I know a couple of you asked about some questions of me starting a podcast or that. But if we got now some conversation, we can do this. And I can go through the chats now. I can see, because my outline, I'm done. And I can sit here and beg too, like, birthday, man. But the cash apps are cute. And I thank you, Heather and Brendy, for your support. Thank you. I really do. And I thank all of you that have supported me in the past anyway. You just don't have to do it all the time, I appreciate you. I appreciate some of you, your time. That's the most precious thing that you have, and you spend time here. And I appreciate that too. Always. In fact, let me play a thank you to these people. Here's a little, just a minute overview, and we'll be back. Hold on. I want to thank everybody who's got your copy of the Book of Sacred Secrets. I've been getting incredible reviews on people and how this has been helping people today. This is something that you must have in your arsenal. This book is going to be life-changing for you. It's a downloadable copy, so you'll be able to print it up, print a sheet up, or whatever you want. Study, take it to work, give it to someone, and maybe some in particular information. But this is something that you need in your arsenal. Go to the website. The link is right here in the description. It's also in the video as well.
You got to get your copy of the Book of Sacred Secrets. And once again, it supports the community. True information is from the cosmos, from infinite consciousness that you need to learn and you need to have in your arsenal. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Support the channel, and I'll look to see you on the next video. And don't forget, again, search for Roderick Martin. Come over to the...
All right. So I just wanted to play that. There's a link in the description. Get your copy. You want to, man, that you want to keep that, you know, as your arsenal of information. A lot of you have got that pretty much. And it was all great there. So if y'all got any questions, we can do a quick Q&A, or I can do an outro. You know, either which one y'all want, real quick, or whatever. But I know someone said they had some questions. Your dedication to the truth, just keeping it informed. Yeah, and we all should be that way. My goal is to, the last few shows I've done has been a little more higher octane, because I wanted to make sure I get the point across. But I'm more hyped too, because it's like, no, man, we got to really put this out there. So those are things that we're here to support you. Book of Sacred Secrets is must have. Thank you, Duo. Yeah. Who did you get the voice for Luminous that showed a while ago? What? Hi, thank you for Luminous. You, and it's the old grandpa voice. You have been luminous. Yeah. It took a while though, you know, typing it, trying to get it to tune off. You know what I'm saying? But that's old luminous. That's what we're talking about. You know, I think everybody who has a voice within themselves should be speaking the truth out here as a collective. I've always said that. I think if you have a voice within you, and some of you have beautiful voices, right? You got a face for, you know, face for TV and a voice for radio or whatever. Some of y'all got a lot of stuff you can say. I think some people have been talking to family members and people who don't respect what they say, because it's going to be your family, you know, people close to you that can taint your growth. Or maybe it's somebody you was in relationships with. Maybe it was a job, maybe, and they told you what you had to say wasn't important. But see, once you're in a community like this, it changes everything, period. And I think a lot of you got voices, and pretty much, I think a lot of you have voices that you can do some other stuff. All right. So with that being said, though, listen, here's how we're going to do this. All right, so Brendy asked a question. How do we feel about, it's not really off topic, we've been talking about it, but microchip tracking devices for the New World Order. They have been doing this for quite some time. I believe that, you know, with iPhones, GPS, all of this stuff, and, you know, they're tracking everything. And the reason they're doing that, because again, the data doesn't lie. The data doesn't lie for them to know where you are, who you are, what you're doing, what you bought, and then what you buy, tell them how you think. So microchips are in everything we can think of, from cell phones, computers, to iPhone, not iPhones, but, you know, hell, they may got microchips in your earrings nowadays, ladies, tracking when you put it on and when you take it off. But it all starts there with tracking. Tracking is data. It's the most efficient way to understand stuff. You track your expenditures. You track everything. But now, once again, they're putting in chips. And it is one of those deals. I think that when you realize that where we are in society, that love is going to be more important than what we ever can think of. What I'm afraid of is that we're getting more and more isolated in the conscious community. We're getting more and more to love ourselves and to be with ourselves, and it's working flawlessly for them. We don't communicate. We don't hang around. We isolate ourselves because we know the system now of being there. I'm not saying that nature is not fun. I'm not saying that getting out there and looking at the world by yourself is not the thing. But you can love yourself. But yourself will never critique yourself. It's not going to enhance the love within yourself. It's just you're going to admire you, which is perfect in some cases. But I think it's important because I see it now more and more, and it's alarming. I've done it myself to where you begin to be by yourself. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that we can find companionship and begin to grow and fight. Because if they got all of us on individual islands by ourselves, they're going to win the battle. Because your mind is not going to be talking to my mind is not going to be talking to that mind, and great minds are not going to come together because we're being trained that we should stay isolated within ourselves. And I'm just saying that is a powerful thing that we want to consider when we see this stuff. And it's something that, once again, that we need to do to understand. And it's not a call for you to be different. Hang on a second here. There we go. It's just love and everything else. We got Mr. Rob G in the house. What's going on? And so I say this because I mean it. When I tell you I love you, I love, the haters, because they have no clue, man. They don't know me. They don't have no freaking clue. And some of you have been around here since day one. We've grown immensely. We're going to continue to grow. Yeah, we grew 1,000 people this month. We'll soon hit 25, then 50,000, then 100,000. We're soon going to have a podcast. We're already in 126 countries when I play this. The podcast get more listened than the YouTube. We're leaps and bounds. You watch me evolve. You watch my conversation shift. You watch my knowledge. You watch my growth, because I'm loyal to you. And my goal is to serve and continue to serve. Now, do I get an ego trip out of it? Some days I feel pretty good. That's why I asked you, did I do a good job? I want to know. Because when I get off here, ain't nobody saying, good job, boy. Not that it's not going to happen, but nobody's saying, good job, boy. You go, boy. And don't get me wrong, there's a boy in all of us. There's a kid in every fucking king. There's in every queen. There's a kid in all of us. So sometimes somebody want to say, you go, boy. Y'all are funny. We all are funny together, though. But all I'm saying is, let me get my thing over here. What is going on with my computer today? Look, I'm trying to stop my little music now. Yeah, hang on a second. There we go. Oh, that was fast. There we go. All right, hang on. Let me cut my music off, y'all. But you know what I want to do? I want to do our, there we go. I found it. Boy, that was great. Omniscience. Yeah, omniscience. What they say, Brandy says, some say, let me put that on the board here. Some say at some point, people who don't have a chip inserted into their skin won't be able to get essentials like groceries, monies. They're moving toward that, because you got grocery stores and things that are cashless, and they're going to in fact, we can't say the word here, but sometimes they say there's little smaller chips in some of these jabs and things that they're doing and all of this stuff. But they're going to control the world. They're going to force people to get things. If you want this, you got to do that, right? And then at some point, some people need to. See, the problem is not complying. It's how far they're going to take it and how far you allow it to go. You're going to have to comply on something. If the chip is the only way you're going to get water, then you can't live without water. Water is actually the new gold, you know? So there's a lot of things that we're going to comply to that I think it's one of those things that you have to do, pretty much. And I wouldn't, you know, there's a lot of people out there, like I said, that's going to be off the grid, so to speak. Listen, people, here's something I want everybody to know. It's not about running and hiding or eliminate. You can gain your power and still play the structure of the game. It's just what they're trying to do in my thing. They're trying to eliminate what I would consider the middle class. I've said this before. If they can eliminate the middle class, then they can control, because all they want is total control and total obedience, right? And that's what they're after, because the middle class people got choices. They're making it without them. They're not billionaires. They're making it without that system because they can do it on their own. And so that's why the fight for elite. So our choices is saying, hey, how do we get up on top of that? All right, Victoria, good night. Have a good one. Go hug somebody. Absolutely. Listen, this is to all of you. If you don't have someone hugging you, here we go. Listen. Hey, baby. I'm talking to the girls, guys, okay? But fellas, give you some dab. Give you a hug, a dab. That's for my fellas. But for the ladies, hey, listen, only thing missing is you. But just imagine you there. And that's your hug, okay? All right. So, yeah, you're right. Everybody, give everybody a hug, you know, and share the love. That is something that we want to do. Victor said, love watching you, always deep and always good. We're going deeper. We got to go deeper. See, we got to go deeper, because for me, it's bigger than aliens, even though that's our DNA. Everything ties back to them, but we're go the other route. You get what I'm saying? We'll go the other route. Let me take this question off the screen. She's probably like, what the hell? Why are you leaving my sugar honey iced tea up there, homeboy? You know, I can just read minds, right? Like, you're leaving my question up there forever. And I'll be like, no, I'm sorry. You know. But, all right. So tomorrow night, we will be, Courtney, we will be in the, I wonder if she's even busy. I would love her to pop up here and tell us what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Let me text my sister and see. Is she around? She might be around or something. Come in here real quick. Let us know what we're doing tomorrow. But anyway, she'll be here tomorrow night. Man, a lovely soul. We will be doing some things. Truth, lots of work to do. Yeah, man. Truth, it is. Truth requires you to know, you know, it's the truth. Whatever they're talking about is the truth. And once you realize that, it's work. You know, you get what I'm saying? As y'all see, I'm wearing, oh shit. Hold on a minute. I need y'all opinion. Oh my God. All right, so let me put this on the screen. Yes or no? All I want to know, ladies and fellas, as above, look, as above, so below. All right. There we go. We have this is an outfit that we're working on with Luminous in the right place. What do y'all think? Here's it in black, as above. So this is our rebellious Luminous. He's rebellious. We call him the rebellion Luminous. But the regular Luminous is on the front. What do y'all think about that? Would you wear it? Could you get away with it? I know you married folks, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about people who can say, what are you doing with truth versus authority, so below on that? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? And all right, y'all want to comment on it? How about that one? Okay, that's a different color. So we rebelizing. That's our rebelized gear. We got a model. We're gonna be sending some stuff out and getting it modeled, and then we go. But I know it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not for everybody, but who would wear it? That's the question. Judith said that's fire. Thank you. Jackie said, I want the black one. Thank you. All right now. Okay. M. Thomas said, I like it. Rashad said, on the ass. Hey, ass below, baby. We're talking. We want people to know you're luminous. All right. So add the word secure after the words below. That'd be funny, Bucko. I got you. Ogre said I would. Okay, cool. We're just checking the temperature. BJ said I'll wear. All right. Me, I'll wear it. All right. Brendy said I would. I'll wear. Okay. We have a model. Yeah. We're gonna send some stuff out and pretty much. Yeah. I just want y'all to check it out. You know what I'm saying? And then we like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be doing it. Oh, let me put this on the screen for some of you who don't have it. This is the 800 number. Screenshot it. You can call me directly here. You can send text information, news, photos, all of this stuff. I need everybody involved as producers of the show. We need the content. We need reptilian links. We need, Illuminati stuff. All of these links on social media, send them to me. Especially Instagram. I'm looking for Instagram links and TikTok links. Okay. Just text them to me, that number. Make it happen all the time. I need all of y'all to be producers so that we can dip into our contact. The Herbal said, I'm calling you right. Well, if you call me right now, I'm on the show. I can't answer it. Call me a little later. Young girls would love the black one and the guys would appreciate it. Well, I will tell you what, if you see anyone coming down the street and they got as above, so below on their behind, they are not lying. Only if it's true. Only if it's something there. I would assume if they're above and there's something below, they're not lying. They're telling the truth. And they got the luminous on the front. So, yeah. Unless you want this one, all eyes. Now, if that one's right there, you're wearing that one, they're going to be looking at you all day. And they're going to be staring at that owl. And the eyes are going to be moving. Up, down, up. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, what the fuck? It's all designed that way. We want them to see you. Yeah, we want them to see you. Yeah. Yeah, we want them to see you. Scott said we've seen more cool stuff. Well, listen, I'm not a designer, but I'm getting some people going to work on some stuff, Scott. We're going to get some people work on some stuff. And pretty much. Big dog, alien squatch. Well, you know what? We got some gear we can do. Yeah. He was like, no. All right, so all right. So I think we're done. If I've served you tonight, then we're done. He said, I love your stuff. No, it's all cool. I wasn't taking it in negative. Yeah, I wasn't taking it that way, brother. All right, so the birthday stays at 47%. Nobody's want to tip it off to 50% tonight, but we'll get close to it. We're coming. We're going to be pushing it hard in the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to be sitting here so happy, elated. I mean, because I have a loving. Listen. All right, I have 2 shirts. Okay, these are large. I want to give one. Now, some of y'all I sent some free stuff to this week, and I know y'all got y'all shit, and ain't nobody said nothing but one person. Thank you, Maya. No, there was 2 people. Nina said something too. So I know y'all got y'all free stuff already because it was tracked digitally. And not one person said, no, Roderick. Well, y'all did, 2 of you. But that was about a bunch of y'all. I just surprised you. If you bought something, I had your address already. I sent out some hats, some shirts. You know what I'm saying? I was like, here, free gift. Thank you for your support. And you should have them right now. Oh, 3, so I did. Did what? You got it and didn't thank me? Oh, well, Judith, we know. That's why I told y'all, give Judith some energy and love and hugs, all that. She's still in the hospital. And I'm not talking about you. Never, ever. No, I'm not. I'm talking about these people that's in Philadelphia area, all these people, they're so hard. They don't say thank you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? If they're from Philly, watch the Philly people gonna all speak up. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think you play. You even looked at the phone and saw it. What? Let me look here. I don't see no thank you from nobody other than Nina thanked me, and Jamako thanked me, and Maya thanked me, and that's it. But anyway, listen, I got a large shirt. This is one of my classics, because remember, we don't make them in this color. It's stubborn with our sigil on it and a sigil here on this thing. Okay. Now, if I already sent you some, don't ask for it. I want to give it to people who. So if you email me your address, then the first two people, I'll send it, and then I have a large stubborn with the sigil, with the protection symbol, and our little thing on the side on the sleeve. Because I don't make these are just sample colors, but if you want them, I will mail it out to you tomorrow. You'll have it over the weekend. Absolutely charged, and it'll be on me. Okay. So you would email me and say, I want it. There's both of them is large. Now, if you are, smaller or larger, and you just want to fit into the large, maybe, I don't know. That's up to you. You can fool me and just, but again, contact@whybigSecret.com. Send an email. Hey, I wear a large, or I'll take that large, or you'll take the shirt in the first two that I get. And I'll reply to you and say, hey, somebody got here before you did, so you would know. But I will send these out in the mail, and you will get it. And again, now, if you have already got, if I look on here and I knew I sent some stuff out to you this week, now if you bought something from the Truth versus Authority store, and like a shirt or hat or something in the last 2 weeks or a couple of weeks, I send everybody some free stuff. So just to say thank you, So if you know you've done that, then just wait for your stuff, because you got something coming. But other than that, you can do that. Large. I only have a large, 2 large shirts. I got a blue one and a red one. Now I can make anything later. Oh no, I got a pink shirt over there too. Yeah, maybe somebody want it. Let me get it and show y'all. Hang on. I got one more. Let me see what size it is. Let me go reach it. Hang on 1 second. In the meantime, read this message while I go get it. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to get it. All righty. All right. So this size is a medium. It's a pink, and it says disobey, and then it has the symbol here, our protection symbol, first generation protection symbol on the sleeve there. So, but it's pink. So, doesn't matter your pronoun if you want it. So I got 3. Yeah. So 3 shirts, red, pink, and blue. Medium and 2 large. And if you email, like I said, now if you email me and do not put your address and nothing, if it's like I want it and you want me to go through all that stuff, no. I'm going to ignore it. Well, I'll let you know. Didn't have no address. Sorry. People do that. They'll just say, hey, I want it. And I'm supposed to say, oh, okay. Where do I send it? And, all of that stuff. But anyway, so I have 2 pink, medium, blue, and red. Yeah. He said it will he says something, he wears a different size. He said he want to wear one on his podcast. Well, you know what? If you're gonna be marketing, we need to wear one in your podcast. I wear one in my pocket. Your podcast, your show, my show. Then we need to get you some gear and all of that. All right, so that is our final show for tonight. Again, if you found value tonight, I want to thank each and every one of you for doing that. All right, so Tina says, here's my address. Thank you. And I want the blue shirt. So it's a large. So the blue shirt is gone to Tina. So we have the red. So there we go. She's going to get the stubborn shirt. Thank you for the email. I'll send it right out. So Tina says, I want the blue shirt. So it's going to be right there. So the red, unbound, which is a large, and then the pink, disobey. Okay. There we go. So those are the two left. And so the blue one is gone. So if you thought about blue, it's no longer for you. Yeah. She says she's stubborn, so it's going to work just fine. Well, I'm not stubborn. Otherwise, I wouldn't send it out. I'll just be like, fuck that. I'm not doing it. But since I'm not stubborn. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out with our classic opening. I don't know why this computer has begun to do what it think it's doing, but it is not functioning right. Oh, the monitors are crossed. That's what it is. All right, so we're going to go out in fashion. Let me find my thing. Here we go. Oh, sticker! I want to thank you for being here tonight on Truth versus Authority. You're here with Roderick Martin. You could have been any other place tonight, but you chose to be right here and right now. And with that being said, I hope that I served you. Now, I want to bid you good evening or good night, wherever you may be in the 24 hours of this show is being aired, right? We want to do that. But let me give you some back end of this show so that you know where we originate and how we roll. Here we go. We're located in that jumbo state. This is where those UFOs come out to play. It's a Texas thing, y'all. And everything in Texas runs big. And if you don't know and you have not cooked dinner because you've been here for 2 hours, let me give you a Texas recipe. And that is butter, some biscuit, some eggs. I will say meat, but then someone will be like, you talk about meat, and I eat meat though. But either way, fix the biscuits, butter. Eggs, the prices are high, but you can get away with it. In the meantime, again, I love you. And we're going to be back here on Friday live. That's how we roll. Yes. Because that's how we're going to do it, baby. Because we got the DNA of the truth in doing what we're doing. Y'all check it out. Make sure you hit the like button. Because I'm gone now and we're going to get out of here. Yes.
That's the old school rap, baby. Yes. Feeling it like that. That's how you old school things, and that's how we roll. And that is my love voice for everyone. And good night. Get off your ass and go find some old truth and shit, right? Later. Let me find how to cut this shit off. Oh, yeah, Cash App. Shit, there's some Cash App. Let me put that shit up here. Cash App the show. For sure. Yeah. And you can PayPal. Oh, let me change some voice. I'm sorry. I'm bad.